episode when we started the brotato. I had to press pause, but I pressed the exit video. So
Less than 8 hours of having a successful life. I really hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to subscribe. A massive thank you to our patrons for their ongoing support. And I will see you guys in the next one. Raging
Yes, annoy the shit out of everyone. This is a clever business
Nutella. But you may have the Nutella, but I have the creamy peanut butter. Creamy peanut butter. You may have the creamy peanut butter, but I have the Jif.
Stop it.
No. This one, and let's go. Oh my god, so many cards. What's the industrial? Oh, it's like elemental then. Why the heck not? Now that there's no videos in the background, I can actually talk freely for now. Bob. Bob. The video. I can talk freely. No. Oh, this is America. Stop trying to kill me. No. Tell me how to do it. Oh, God. Crazy. What are those things? Okay, that was really close to
Well, I would try not to drink too much coffee. Plus, the coffee machine only works half the time. So.
Oh, well, that's convenient for your efforts. Like, I'm trying not to drink too much coffee. Plus, the coffee maker doesn't work. It sounds like it's in line.
Don't tell me it's a Reddit. What is the smoothest pickup line you've ever heard? Story. Can't pick up line the smoothest thing I've seen from behind my head. The thing is sitting on the straw at the end of the bar. She asked me, "You gonna bring me some roses?" This man took 2 straws, and walked in the lighter, and I shit you not, made a roses. Bet you have to love you. Kudos, sir. Okay, you're the guy.
Look at Drunk MacGyver.
Don't tell me it's hard. Not a pickup line, but the smoothest thing I've seen from behind my body. This guy was sitting on his straw at the end of the bar. She asked him, "You gonna bring me some roses?" This man took 2 straws, a napkin, and a lighter, and I shit you not, made a rose with it. Bet you're actually lucky then. Kudos, sir. Like a drunk MacGyver. Story 2. Bartending in college. I walked up to a girl at the bar and goes, "Hi, my name is Ben. I'm going to buy you drinks until you find me attractive." The girl smiled and laughed and he asked what she would like to drink. She looked him over. He was already very attractive. Turned to me and said, "In that case, I'll have a water." He definitely got it that night. The "Hi, I'm Ben" line seemed to be working, huh? Story 3. I work at a bar in Long Beach, New York. Male. A female customer was giving me advice on how to hit on my bartender coworker, female, who's a very close friend of mine. She kept feeding me adorable things to say to my friend because she thought we looked cute together. I thanked her and took one step toward my friend, then turned back to her and repeated it all back. She took the bait and it landed me back in place. Smooth. Story 4. I'm not a bartender, but I saw this happen at a bar. I was sitting at a table with two of my friends, one girl and one guy. Some guy I've never seen before comes over, places 3 beers, one in front of each of us, and proceeds to start talking to my female friend. I assumed it was just one of her friends I've never met. It took me a solid 5 minutes to figure out this guy was a stranger. Then I was blown away by how smooth of a move that was. The guy was a legend. Story 5. A shy girl regularly comes in with her friend. My coworker and I are pretty chummy with them, so we're chatting all night, letting them try some of the new cocktails and shots our bar is trying. We give them one particular shot, and the friend says she doesn't like it too much, and asks if it is the kind of drink my girlfriend likes. I was single. Shy girl picks up a shot, downs it, and says, "Yes, it is." Then immediately runs out of the building in shyness. We've been dating for almost 6 months now. Story 6. Bartender here. The best pickup I've ever seen was when a group of 3 dudes, college age, were at the bar in Miami. They started talking about this girl on the other side who's clearly the hottest in the bar. One of them jokingly said to another, "If you can get her number without saying a word to her, I'll buy you drinks the rest of the night." The kid who was there waved me down and asked for a pen and napkin. Walked over and within 10 minutes came back over, girl in hand, asking his buddy to buy him for 2 patron shots. He asked him what he did and showed me the napkin with the number. He played hangman on the napkin and spelled out, "Can I have your number?" And it actually worked. He and his girl were drinking heavily and for free the rest of the night. He also walked out with her, so I hope he swooned. Story 7. Saw a dude standing at the bar waiting to order drinks when it was his round, and a Britney Spears song comes on. He just happily sings along and wiggles his hips, waiting to order drinks. Wasn't showing off or trying to be funny, just happily doing his time. The chick next to him was staring the whole time, laughing, and when he noticed, he just smiled and nodded, and went right back to it. She took the bait and let him go. Story 8. There was a new bartender who had just started at the local ale house. Just an absolutely stunning girl. When I ordered, she kind of asked for my ID. One of the other bartenders waved her off, and the interaction unfolded like so. "Oh, he's a regular, you don't need to call her." New girl. "Oh, I would just feel better if I did." Me. "It's cool if you want to know my address. It's not far from here." Cue the blushing. 10 out of 10 smoothest I've ever been. Story 9. I've been bartending for about 2 years, and I've had my fair share of guys trying to pick up lines on me. Fine by me. I'm not interested in guys anyway, and it gives me a laugh. But the one and only guy I've ever taken a number from had done something similar to this. He was just generally funny all night and said something about a suggestions box, so I gave him a piece of paper and a pen as a joke, telling him to write it down. He left pretty early and gave me his suggestion on the way out. Opened it up and it said something like, "I suggest you call me. Name, XOXO, number." Not gonna lie, it was pretty funny with the right amount of nerve. Ended up texting him "Goodnight, Princess." Nothing ever came out of it, but he did a pretty good job. I did meet my current girlfriend while working though. No one pickup lines, just a couple of friends yelling at me over the bar. "We found you a girlfriend!" Oh, right. Thanks, guys. Story 10. Neil. Not the smoothest line ever, but the best one I used on me. I work in a bar or restaurant in San Francisco, and these 2 Australian girls came in. One had a boyfriend, and she said, "I plan on getting so drunk that I get carried home tonight." The single girl turned to me and said, "Maybe you could help me carry her?" Story 11. I had a group of guys who were all hitting on me but were very funny, not annoying about it. A true rarity. When they paid, one left a few extra bucks after already having tipped me, on a napkin with his number saying, "From the cute one." Then I noticed one of the other guys left a $20 tip with his number and with notes saying, "From the cuter and smarter one." It cracked me up. The only time I considered reaching out to a customer was because I wanted to say thanks for
Okay. Okay, my nose ain't bleeding.
Looked at me with his cutest smile and said, "If I pretend I did that on purpose so I could use the let's get you out of those wet things line, would you laugh or spill me out?" I laughed. We spent the rest of the evening being sent to the bar by his friends to buy every single round so that we could flirt more. We went on a day a week later and we were together for nearly 4 years. cleans up the bar. She sees he left his phone, so she runs out and gives it to him. Fast forward a few weeks and they come in and the same thing happens. Well, apparently he does it a third time and she goes out and says something like, "Why do you keep forgetting your phone?" And he said something along the lines of, "Well, this is really the only alone time I get with you." A few dates and about a year later, they're happily married. Story 17. It's not a pickup line, but when I was working as a bartender, I witnessed something pretty epic or hilarious. A good mate of mine was at the bar, and he's a pretty stingy guy, so he doesn't spend too much when out in the town, and usually doesn't get pissed drunk. So yeah, my mate's been at the bar all night, chatting to friends and other random patrons. This total babe is sitting on the other side of the bar from him, that's been eyeing him all night. I have no idea if he's ever aware of her or not. But she's been sitting there for ages, sort of waiting for something to happen. Just sipping on her lollipop. Nobody doesn't bother to approach her or anything so far. This keeps up for a bit, and then this buff, scary-looking guy comes to the bar, totally wasted. He asks me for a beer. He asks me apparently what the hot lady's been drinking, and tells me to get her another one. He pays up and goes to the bathroom or someplace. I give the lady the drink and tell her it's compliments of a gentleman admirer. Well, she just looks straight at my mate. Being a total miser that he is, he just smiles at her and cracks a sly grin. She walks up to him and they start chatting. 2 minutes later, they leave together. Meanwhile, the big guy comes back and sees the lady missing, and promptly orders himself another drink. Story 18. I saw an extremely drunk girl hanging out at the bar once. By hanging out, I mean she was leaning against the bar just to barely stay up. That's when a drunk guy stumbles into me. I'd say that's where their eyes met and they discovered true love, but it's hard to say since they both had their eyes barely open and glossed over by slight alcohol poisoning. They both then grunted into each other's general direction and proceeded to make out or eat each other's faces off. Can't really tell. Story 19. Warning. Me back when I had no shame. I was 25 and at a notorious Google hangout. A woman walks up next to me at the bar wearing a flashing 50 badge. I looked at her hand and there was a faded tan line where the ring had been. I'd seen her and her friends earlier and there were only a few left. I checked her out properly and she was a stunning 50. So I said, "Excuse me, can I get you a man half your age for your birthday?" She just looked at me and I said, "I'll be waiting out front." I wasn't waiting long. Story 20. Not exactly a pickup line, but a really clever or cool way a girl let me know she was interested. We noticed her on the opposite side of the bar and we smiled at each other. I was newly single, she was on a date and obviously bored.
I know,
Still,
neither
she
of them
was
are
on a
looking
date,
at you,
I'm not
and you
gonna
did that
interrupt and
anyway.
be that kind of a douchebag. After a few minutes, I walked around to her side of the bar to head to the bathroom. She stopped me and said, "Here, your pocket square is messed up." She fumbled with it a sec, said, "All good," and I moved on to the restroom. I got home later and took her blazer off, noticed something was off with the pocket square. She had stealth stashed a napkin with her name and number. I texted that night and we went out later that week. 11 out of 10 was impressed with the smoothness. Story 21. I bartended in college. My buddies came to visit during a UFC fight. One of them, after a few Crown and Sprites, walks up to a very attractive woman, definitely not a student, and asks, "If you were a pirate, would you put a parrot on this shoulder," pointing at her shoulder closest to him, "or this shoulder," reaching his arm around her to the other shoulder. They left together right after that. Quick fact, I stole that line and used it in my now wife. Story 22.
Consumables take one health off of me.
Pulling out of my pocket and said, "Heads you stay, tails you go." It landed on tails. I said, "Go on then." She was appalled as she walked off. The night goes on, the bar closes, we're all in the parking lot following our DVDs. The girl stops me, pulls out a coin and says the same thing. It lands on tails. I looked at my friends and was like, "Gotta go." My buddies literally picked me up off the ground and threw me in the car. Tried to find out she was not attractive in the slightest, and was too piss-hammered drunk to tell the difference. Your friends are bros. Story 23. I've been bartending for almost 4 years, and have yet to hear any actual smooth pickup lines. Sober-ish dudes usually offer to buy women at the bar a drink. Drunk people are often happy to slobber on the first person who likes them. They usually think they're being smooth and hitting on the bartender is super predictable. Most of the time they order a drink and you or something similar, like responding to, "What can I get you?" with your number. 100% chance of making me uncomfortable and getting yourself pushed back in the queue when you come back up to the bar because I'm uncomfortable talking to you. You put me in a position where I would like to fake laugh or play along because you got the wrong idea. I respond to some stupid remark or 5 cents spoken for, which makes things even more uncomfortable. I can't be rude or anything because I'm working. Being friendly is part of the job. The second most common approach is just straight up asking if I'm single, which I guess is fair because I can say no and we'll move on to the ordering of drinks and forget about it. don't bloody harp on about it. Some people will strike up a conversation about something if it's not too busy, like music, what do you do when you're not working here, etc. And that's fine. I like chatting with people, but a casual, friendly conversation isn't the same as flirting.
Nice.
Last weekend, I ended up alone, watching the door while my boss and bouncer was handling some things and this group of people left. But one guy stayed behind to talk to me. He started with, "So, I clocked you at the bar earlier." It was beyond awkward. You let your friends leave without you because I made eye contact with you? The only pickup line I've walked into by accident was one of the stupidly obvious ones. The guy standing at the bar ordering drinks, blah blah, and as I passed him over, I comment that I like his shirt. It's one of those button-up ones with really detailed roses on them. But somehow it wasn't tacky. He thanks me and tells me to touch the collar. All like, guess what it's made of? So my dumbass touches the fabric and guesses, cotton? No. The answer was boyfriend material. God damn it. I basically put myself in the noose on that one. Story 24. Super late to the party, but this one I can answer. It just happened a few weeks ago. A cocktail at a bowling alley. A group of high school kids was bowling one night. A bunch of them had a class of 2017 shirts or hoodies on. I got off work and walked to the front desk to clock off. One of the boys from that group walks up behind me with a bowling ball in each hand and asks if I can do him a favor. I was caught off guard and it was a little random, but I was like, sure? So he motions with one bowling ball hand to his hoodie pocket and asks me to grab his phone out for him. I'm a little skeptical, but I reach in with my pointer and thumb and grab it and set it on the counter for him and continue to clock out. But then the kid says, "Wait, can you unlock it for me?" So I do. Then he asks me to go to the phone, dial, actually. Will you go to the contacts? Or just put in your number for me? It feels so terrible. I'm pretty sure I humiliated the poor kid, but I apologized and told him that I'm married. He was a cute boy, until years ago when I was just getting out of high school that would totally have worked on me. Story 25. I'm a bartender, but I used to have success doing what I will now call the afterthought. I would stand next to what I will now call the afterthought. Years ago when I was just getting out of high school that would totally have worked on me. Then he asks me to go to the phone, dial, actually. Will you go to the contacts? Or just put in your number for me? It feels so terrible. I'm pretty sure I humiliated the poor kid, but I apologized and told him that I'm married. He was a cute boy, until years ago when I was just getting out of high school that would totally have worked on me. Story 25. I'm a bartender, but I used to have success doing what I will now call the afterthought. I would stand next to the girl I wanted to talk to, order my drink, offer multiple drinks for other people, and say, and give a half-head turn to said girl. You know what? Give her whatever she wants too. As if it was a mindless afterthought. If she accepted, like instead of the usual pickup stuff. Of course, after getting my drink, or drinks, I hightailed it to the bathroom so I could put the number in my phone instead of keeping the number to myself in my brain like a maniac. Story 26. Not a bartender, but there was one that just came out of the blue for me. Coming home one night at about 1:30 a.m., I decided I want one more beer and go to the infamous Cougar Bar, which is literally right behind my condo. I live downtown Toronto. If you live here, you know which one without a doubt. Have a beer and just people watch. Two girls that are about 30 are being hit on by a dude who's no younger than 45 on the dance floor. Neither are all that impressed, and he's pushing hard to try and make a move on them. I say, "What the hell?" and walk over. I literally picked the one girl's hand out of his, saying, "Sorry, love, the line for the bathroom was super long, and the one for the only stall was even longer," and winked at her. She laughed, and the dude moved to a friend. I just turned and said, "You're both with me," and grabbed her friend's hand. I danced with him for about a minute until the older guy fucked off, and just said, "Have a good night, you owe me," and walked away. About 10 minutes later, the bar closes down, and my friend's having a smoke, and they come up to me. "Do you know of an after hours where we can get a drink?" I noted they were from out of town, clearly. And after a bit of back and forth, said, "I live literally right there. You're both welcome back to a glass of wine." We did. We laughed, we told stories. They laughed as the bottle ran out and added one another to Facebook. Kept in contact with one of them, and we turned into one of the most honest and true friends with benefits I've ever known of. She lived about 1.5 hours away, but we got together about once a month. Had a ton of fun going out as friends each time. Fucked the shit out of one another before going to bed, and she'd leave the next day after breakfast. After about 1.5 years of that, she met a dude and I shot her a text along the lines of, "Next weekend, Falcon Beers?" She replied, "For sure, but now I just met someone I want to pursue." "Are you happy? And does he treat you well?" "Yes, so much." "I'm happy for you." "Amazing. So, Park and Beers next weekend?" I began dating someone a few weeks later. We've been some of the closest friends since. We still see one another about once every month or so. She now works in the city, she's engaged to bachelor dude, and things are going excellent. He's perfect for her. And he helped me move her back to the He knows about her past, and the only thing he's ever said
Must
about
go
it
like
was,
steel.
thanks for treating me well. See, the girl is one of my best friends. And it's by far the best pickup line and the best person I've ever picked up in a bar.
Oh, that thing is cooking. Look at that, there's even a wake behind it.
This catamaran has 0 moving parts, no sails, and virtually no noise signature. Yet it's fully maneuverable and moves under its own power. The power of 40,000 volts.
Holy
Here's the
shit.
deal. The era of motorized boats changed the world forever. With engines and propellers came the ability to travel independent of weather conditions while achieving velocities greater than wind alone could provide. Those are remarkable things that we take completely for granted. But they do come at a cost. Here's the noise signature of a diesel ship, gas boats, and airboats. Lots of power, but
It's a crazy
also
wave.
lots of
No.
noise. And that noise pollution can have detrimental effects on both avian and marine life. So I planned on designing a boat which used a different kind of propulsion. One which might be less powerful, but is totally silent. Ionic thrust.
Look at
With
that.
input from Daniel of RC Test Flight, and armed with
Dude,
2 mini versions of my
look at those.
BSI-2 thruster, this catamaran offers their description down below. So you can check it out for yourself. Designed the BSI Mark II, which was a massive step forward. It's got room for improvement, but moves a serious
That's
amount of
pretty
air.
good.
And to better understand how ionic thrust works, I recommend watching my first thruster video, which breaks down the science. Anyways, one morning I woke up to a really interesting email. A company called Navigator Boats challenged me to push one of their boats using ionic thrust. I'd likely want to start small, but after some thought, I realized there may be some serious advantages to this. First of all, marine noise pollution is a real problem. I used to work as a biologist that studied the effects of diesel engines on the health of whales and cetaceans, and their findings were not great. For several decades, a growing body of evidence indicates we're turning the ocean into a rock concert. Data indicates our ships have a continuous impact on marine life, affecting foraging behaviors, creating behavioral issues, damaging hearing, and even causing death. My friend Jordan assists with marine research, and his team recently published their findings as well, so I asked him for his 2 cents.
There are species such as dwarf sperm whales and striped dolphins that are extremely difficult to approach due to their sensitivity to the noise from our outboard engines. Sound pollution in the ocean can significantly disrupt the ways whales and dolphins forage for food and communicate with each other. Identifying methods to minimize these anthropogenic noises, even if only temporary, while traversing through a critical habitat, for example, is a step in the right direction.
So I posed this question: does ionic thrust have the potential to propel a boat effectively while solving this noise issue? I sure as hell wanted to find out. Pulling from previous experience, I started by downsizing my BSI Mark II. After some mild design changes and my high voltage is a tricky TM. So I fed the thruster 5 volts and prayed to Odin. What velocities are we looking at here? Okay, 2.8. 2.8 meters a second.
Finally.
To better visualize the output, I turned to an old friend, dry ice. The fog it creates is brilliant for showing outflow, and damn did it deliver. You can clearly see the focus in the air from this
Do you understand what he's doing?
It's just beautiful. Feeling optimistic, I gave that sucker a crank and waited 5 hours. One change was the addition of 2 bolts which acted as wire tensioners, and another was electrostatic shielding between electrodes on the outside of both the positive and the ground.
Man, he is
Once this was squared away,
dead.
I assembled the new thruster.
Boom, baby.
Really hope this works.
This is all my stuff.
I started test low at 2
No,
volts.
no, no.
No
I
sparks.
got 1 potato.
So this is only 8 watts in, and that gives me 1.5